Hello everybody, Brenda Hillard here from createwithbrenda.com. I just want to start out, this is week 10 of the my 12 weeks of Halloween 2019 series. This has been so fun, and I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I have been making the projects. And I would love to know if you've tried any of them. Please post or ask to join my Create with Brenda Crafters on Facebook and get in to win my monthly prize giveaways. So this week we're going to be making another version of the coffin treat box. These treat boxes, as I have said before, are a great value. And the other thing too is this one's a little bit of a technique video as well. I'm going to show you how to make these rosettes. They were very, very popular a few years ago, and I don't know why, when I looked at this, I thought, oh, the rosettes would be so cute on a box, or the coffin box. So this is going to be our project that I'm going to be working on here with you, or doing the demonstration video for in just a few minutes. A couple of other things. Do you see the little Happy Halloween stamp on here? That was from the September paper pumpkin. And any of you who know me personally know how excited I get about paper pumpkin. I think it's just the best thing ever. And I shared this with you last week too. There's this little stamp set that comes. You get a stamp set each month. Let's see, how can I show you this better? I'm going to take this and maybe you can see them. But there's two skeletons, and by education I am a radiologic technologist or an x-ray tech. So these skeletons just won my heart. I couldn't stop creating things with it. So I am going to be using that little Happy Halloween from that set. The other thing that came in there that I just couldn't resist were these little die-cut skeletons. And these were popping up everywhere around my house, at work, treat boxes, you name it. I used every last one of my skeletons. So anyway, that's that. You won't want to miss Paper Pumpkin coming up for October and November. Today is the last day to subscribe if you haven't already. This is going to be a coordinating set. This one coming the end of October, and I'm told this one contains Christmas cards, and they'll be the regular A2 card, or the measurement on that would be 4.25 by 4.25 by 5.5, and it'll have the coordinating envelopes, and there will be enough stuff to make 10 cards. Then it will coordinate the following month, so this will come the end of November. So the kits will coordinate, and in this kit there's going to be 24 gift tags, 4 different designs, and these two are going to coordinate, so your card and your gift giving can match. The one thing I want you to know though too is that they are standalone. So if you're like, I really just want the cards and not so much the tags, or vice versa, I'd rather have tags than cards, you can just order the kits individually and it'll all be good. But don't miss out. Today's the last day to subscribe for the October pumpkin. So hasty, quick, hurry. All right, here's basically all we're going to need for today's I have to finish one more thing. My October host code. Here is the host code. Every month I have a host code which coordinates with a host code gift or gifts. So this month for October, for every order I receive that's $30 or more in product, you will receive absolutely free a pack of Stampin' Dimensionals, which you see me use all the time in my projects. And you will also receive a spool of the Whisper White Baker's Twine. I'm going to be using this a lot in October, the rest of October, all of November, and December on my project. So you won't want to miss out on this. It's free with the pack, full pack of Stampin' Dimensionals, 3 sheets. Place an order, $30 or more, using this host code so that I know to send you the host gifts. All right, I look forward to your orders and creating with you. All right, so our project. You're going to need 2 pieces, and I used the cobwebs from the Monster Bash Designer Series paper, and I've shown this before, and I've used it pretty much on all of my projects, except one, I think. And just know, too, that there's a couple of sheets in here on the back side. Like, these are really, really pretty, and I'll be using those, like I said, the rest of October and November. They'll make great Thanksgiving thank yous and greeting cards. So you need 2 of those, measuring 1 inch by 12 inch, and that's what we're going to use to make our rosette. The other thing we're going to use to make our rosette is the Simply Scored scoring tool. This is really kind of a cool product if you don't have one already. I don't know how I would get by without it. When I do cards, this is how I make my nice score line, so I have a crisp fold on my greeting cards. It's got the little score marks, so if you're making boxes, you can go ahead and just mark them, and then you don't have to sit there and look for the measurements on each score line. They're just marked for you. It goes in 1/8 of an inch. Today we're going to be scoring at 1/2 inch increments to make our rosette. Down at the bottom, there's a tray to store your scoring tool. And then if you're traveling or moving about, there's a tray at the very bottom here that you can store your additional markers and scoring tools if you desire. So here's what we're going to do, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Hopefully I don't do motion sickness with getting this in line. But I'm going to take our 1 inch by 12 inch strip, and this is the one I said, remember, we're going to score at every 1/2 inch mark, and so on, right down the line, okay, all the way to the 12 inch, every 1/2 inch. Then is what you do is you take your piece and you accordion fold it back and forth on each other all the way to the end. I noticed when I was doing this that mine gets elongated a little bit, and I'll show you what I do at the very end to help straighten that out. Okay, we're folded. So now I just kind of stack it up like you would a deck of cards, and then pinch really hard so that you get this springy piece. And you'll do that to the other one too, and just for the sake of video, I had already done that ahead of time. Okay, so now we're going to get out, this is an excellent product too. Some people use glue, some people they still use Fast Fuse, which is retired, but I love this tear and tape, and is all you have to do, and I'm going to put it on the back side by the fold, is just apply it and then tear, and see how it sticks. Wow. I'm going to peel off that little bit of backing, and then as my poor nails, let's see, I'm going to get my little take your pick tool. That's something I don't go very far without usually. And that just helped me lift that up quick like that. So when we put this on, I want to make sure that when I put it on here, I'm still creating the peaks and valleys for our rosette. Do you see that? And if I wanted to, I guess I could actually put a little bit. I'm just going to use snail on the back side to hold this. And it doesn't really matter. You don't have to. It just makes it look nicer. And so I'm going to do that same thing here. I'm going to take another piece of my tear and tape. And I'm going to put it on the wrong side, not the cobweb side. And take off the backing. And then to keep in our accordion fold or our peaks and valleys, I'm just going to adhere it. So we have this continuous ring of peaks and valleys, okay? I'm going to bring in our silicone mat. If you are not familiar with the silicone mats, they're really, really nice for any kind of ink work or hot glue, like I'm going to demonstrate now. I'm able to take my hot glue and just put a dollop right there on my sheet. And then I'm going to take my rosette and I'm going to lay it down, just kind of scrunch it down there. And you'll see when you make yours that all of these little peaks eventually flatten down so you get this circle or disc. And then I'm going to just set that right in the middle of my dollop of hot glue. And then just press down in the middle and hold on for just a second while that adheres. And then I can actually just peel this right off from my silicone mat, no harm done. And I like to do it just one more time. And the reason I do that is it gives me a better surface for gluing this on to our scallop circle. I'll show you that here in just 1 second. Get some added cobwebs with our hot glue, I guess. So anyway, there's our rosette. Cute, right? All right. So next, with the Ornate Frames dies, these are part of that Monster Bash suite. Don't be fooled that they're in with the Halloween. These are absolutely beautiful, beautiful frames. And there's a set of 11. Is what I'm using today with a scrap of pumpkin pie. As I cut out, oops, this one. And then using a scrap of Whisper White, I die cut using this one. And you can see the two of them nest and coordinate with each other. So this is a set that I love and I'm so happy to have. The other thing we're going to be using is the Wicked dies, and I've used these before. It's a set of 2. This Wicked is amazing. And I'm going to use the little spider, and I had die cut him with a scrap of basic black. And the other die that I used is part of the layering circles, and I took the 3rd largest die here and just with a scrap again of pumpkin pie cut out the scallop circle. So now to assemble using our rosette, I'm going to take the scallop circle, and just because I have the hot glue gun here, I'm going to give it hot glue because that sets up really fast. I'm just going to center that on my scalloped circle. I'm going to take my cobweb, and this again is from the Wonderfully Wicked set, and I'm just using the cobweb. And with a little bit of smoky slate ink, I'm going to ink up my stamp, stamp off, and then onto my little Whisper White die cut. So you can see I've got just a very faint little spider web there. And this is where I'm going to bring in my Happy Halloween. And this was from the, oh, I've got hot glue strings. This is from that set from September, Paper Pumpkin. And I've got the little Happy Halloween. So I'm going to take a mini glue dot. If you haven't used the minis, they're awesome. Not that you can't cut the big ones, but it just makes it very convenient for these smaller dies. And then I'm going to add our spider to the center of the cobweb. I'm going to take a couple of our full-size glue dot or dimensionals, and remember these are free this month with a $30 product order using my host code. I'll show you that again at the end of the video. I'm just going to layer that on to the pumpkin pie, and then from there you can just use snail, or because you've got your hot glue gun, you can add that just like that. So there's our rosette. Cute, right? All right. So then I took our coffin box that I had assembled already. The coffins, like I had said, come in a pack of 12. So you get 12 lids and 12 boxes or bottoms. They come flat. They're very easy to assemble because they're pre-scored, and I like using the Tombow multi-liquid glue. This is out of our catalog as well, the annual catalog. So all I did was put our box together, and then I took a piece of the glittered organdy ribbon and just made my tails off to the side. Make sure that you leave them long enough to tie your bow. And a lot of times when you say tie a bow, people are like, oh, I don't do bows. But this ribbon is starched, it's stiff. And I should say before you tie your bow, make sure you fill your treat box, because it is really all about the candy, right? We saw that on last week's video with the tags. Those tags are fun, and I love it's all about the candy. So I'm going to add some hot glue again just because I have it. And that gets placed right on top of our box. And there we have it. An adorable little treat box. And who wouldn't love getting this filled with chocolates or any kind of candies, right? All right. So that's our project for week 10. Stay tuned next week. Another project coming. And here is my October host code. And remember, you can find me at createwithbrenda.com. I love to hear from you, and I like the likes, so keep them coming. Have a good day. Bye.